all hail royalty because we are taking things to the next level. This is an amazing opportunity. She is all the way right now as we speak in Kenya. See, a lot of people be talking about going back. She actually did it and came back to share experiences. This is part of that digital journey. The thing we've been telling people that they have the conversation, the opportunity to do for themselves. And so we just really want to give our roses, our yellow roses to the sister, but just our gold roses to the sister for being able to really just take that courageous journey and merge the love and the entrepreneurship of what she loves to do. It was really her post about doing it for the children, the youth, childpreneurship. So that's what I want this focus of this particular piece aspect of lovepreneurship. And so again, before we pass it over to the sister, what is lovepreneurship? Because I heard y'all asking. Lovepreneurship is a vehicle, right? A vehicle that we are taking people to the next level. So it consists of or process of a mompreneur, dadpreneur, a childpreneur, and all coming together for family business. And so when we come together for family business, it's all going to be amazing. And so without further ado, shout out to our sister. Talk to the people.
Greetings, beautiful ones. I am so honored to be here again. I am full of gratitude. And yes, and I am the Empress Sharifa on Instagram. That's my handle, the Empress underscore Sharifa. And yes, I am here in the motherland. And it is exactly what you could have imagined and more. And even I'm seeing things that people haven't even mentioned, they haven't even told me about. So it's just a beautiful experience being here. And whatever you've heard that's, negative, let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let it go. We've been programmed, right?
Talk to
And to believe that our brothers and sisters here in Kenya, are they're running around, with boogers in their eyes. Remember those commercials they used to play? The babies with the big stomach, right? With the flies in their eyes, and everybody's hungry and all, desolate and just it's not what it is at all. And y'all used to this bush, and trees. No, this country is developed, okay? It is totally developed. And what makes the transition, or what has made the transition easier for me, and I would say for most people coming from the US, that they speak English here. So it's gonna make your transition easier. The people here are very friendly, okay, and they're very helpful. But you do have your hustlers now. As soon as they hear your accent, right,
Come
they
on.
like, oh,
Birdman hand her up.
right. They think we're all rich. They swear anybody from America is rich. Everybody. And I'm like, no, I'm your dada. Your dada, that dada is sister. So
Yeah.
I'm your dada. I want dada prices,
Dada. That's good.
right? And the
Dada
munzungu,
prices.
zungu, the munzungu, you charge them those prices, but I'm your sister. I
The Muzungu. Say less. Colonizers.
yes, right. And they're here. And I don't even know if we even have enough time to talk about how I feel about that, but
Hey
um,
man, that's what we're here for, man. Talk the truth. Talk the truth.
yeah. So they're here, and I'm just going to be honest. They're here. I see a lot of men colonizers here with the young Kenyan women, and I have an issue with that because I feel I really do. It's like I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't accept it. It's nothing I can say about it, but I can feel a way about it. I don't
Yeah.
accept, embrace it. I feel like these women, they could do so much better for themselves if they were empowered, right? And if they had the esteem, that many of us women lack. I'm saying the esteem that we lack in the U.S. Their same esteem that black women they lack that same esteem here, um, in our motherland. And
That's facts.
yeah, and I don't agree with it, but I think that's maybe a part of my purpose as to why I'm here to um to help build the esteem of these beautiful young ladies. I think that's one part. I'm a true believer that you have more than one purpose. I feel like you have many purposes. You just, you go on that path and okay, figure out which one is first, right? What am I gonna do first? Okay, now which one is second? Which one is third? Don't limit yourself just to one thing, especially when you're multi-talented, multi-gifted, and you get all these gifts from the Most High. And Big Mama, I like to honor her. Big Mama, the Most High, just in spirit, God. I honor them as well. Thank you so much. Ashe, right? So go ahead. I don't know. I feel
Right.
like I'm talking.
She was borrowing, right? Nah, hey man, did you? Yeah, you left the stove on, cuz you're cooking, you're cooking, girl, you're cooking. That's
I'm ready. My
That's
pot is
how
all.
that's how you got to pop out, man. And that's
Yeah.
facts, man. We definitely agree with you. One thing that the colonizers is always going to take advantage of is the truth, is our ignorance, and so we do have to wisen up and be able to really be a better stronghold for our people. In truth, that's that Barack Obama syndrome. You know what I'm talking about? That's really what they got going on over there. So that really started a wave of where they think, oh, it's cool. He be president. So
Mm,
naturally,
yeah.
so that is a lot of the importance of imagery, and uh,
Yeah.
and uh, and and really in truth, right? I'm even a lawyer, went to law school because of that imagery, just seeing the power that came with that, right? Because it's very
Mm,
important for us to be able to start to see success, and especially when we only get to, at that time, what was success was like Laffy Taffy, D Pharrell boy type boys, them franchise, or like that Soldier Boy, that was,
right.
and you see where that has led him right now, right? So that's not
Right.
the trend, or that wasn't the track, right? And so we have to be able to, even from an early age, just kind of at least choose our problems, right? In life, you have to choose your problems. There is no life without problems. I think that's something to state as it relates to moving back to Nubia. And when we say Nubia, she specifically went back to Kenya. Nubia is the whole of what we call Africa. Africa, we know, is a divided word, so we stay away from us being divided as a people, because
Yeah.
ultimately, no country, none of the 50, or only like two of the 54, use Africa in their naming, and so there is also a disconnect as it relates to uh, us choosing that particular word. And so, talk to us about some things that you wish you had known before you went back that you know now, that you want people to know about.
Um, Things I wish I would have known before I came. Um, um, Honest. Okay, so I'm about to really be transparent.
Talk to the people. That's what we do. Only truth tellers only,
Yeah,
baby. Mm.
I wish I would have known that I was going to wind up being on this journey alone. That's what I wish I would have known. I started out on this journey with someone, and now I'm having to figure out this path alone. I've had to recreate myself and really start all over from scratch, right? I'm literally starting all over from scratch. The plans that I had, um, they fell through, right? So I've had to learn to pivot. And you talking about it's different. It'd be different if I was in the U.S. because
Hmm.
I have family there. I could probably have somewhere to stay, but like it's different. I'm in a whole nother country, so pivoting and figuring this thing out. How are we going to rise above this? You
Amen.
know, that's a different energy. You understand what I'm saying? So
Truth, sister.
yeah, so that I've had to pivot. I've had to figure some things out. But I am thankful that I'm one to believe in soul family, right? You have your family that you're born into, and you have your soul family, the ones that come along your path and they help you along the way. So I'm so thankful that I have, encountered some of my soul family that have helped me on this path, right? Have helped me because they see how willing I am and how I get the strength. Sometimes you can't see your own
Mm.
strength. You know what I
Come on,
mean?
sis.
Um, so
That's
and
facts.
the empowerment and the pureness of my heart, right? Because for me, coming back home was not just it was not about just doing tourist things and vacationing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, I felt like it was mission based. I felt a calling. Just like when I originally moved to Houston, that was a calling from the Most High, right? Come here. And then from here, I thought that was like my final, my final destination for a while. And I was like, no, this is not it. So I really felt that strong pull to come here. So I know I'm here for a reason, not just to vacate and play, but I'm here for a, you understand what I'm saying? And so nothing's more important than the mission. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's
yeah.
nothing, no one or anybody bigger than the mission. No one or anybody's the Most High's plan for your life or for my life. So that would be one thing that I wish that I would have known. But I guess if I would have known, then I wouldn't have come. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, that's it right there.
If I
That's
would
how
have
you do
known
it.
that,
That's how you do
yeah,
it.
right. And so you go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, no.
Oh,
Finish the cook. Finish the cook. Finish the thought to
yeah.
where you want to bring.
So yeah, had I known things were going to fall apart, I would not have come, and that is the reason why I did not know, because I need to be here for something so much more greater than me. And even through the trials and figuring out what to do, and how to get through this, I still find the time to serve, because in order to be a great leader, you must know how to serve, right? Even in that, even when the money gets funny, because people, come on now, we're talking about relocating to a whole nother country. You don't have a lot of money, you're really going on faith. You know what I'm saying? This is really faith for me, faith based, not really sure where exactly I was going to land or what was going to happen, but just knew, listening to my intuition. Mother Africa, that is me. I am the mother. I have the
Come on.
womb.
Come on, man. Talk that truth.
So
Oh, no.
my intuition. So I know that even through the trials that I'm going through, I'm going to have a story. This is happening. All this is happening to me for a reason. And I know that there's a lesson to be learned, and no matter how old you get, there's always lessons. Every level, lesson, level, lesson, level, lesson. And then you're going to get tested. Faith not tested can't be trusted. That was a quote I got from Les Brown.
Mm, that's good.
Faith
That's
tested
good.
can't.
That's
You
good.
have to get tested. Life is
That's
not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? So even through the trials, right, and me trying to figure out what am I going to do, you know what I'm saying? I still had made time to go into the communities and feed the children. Okay, I've gone to schools, right? I've volunteered at schools with children. And really seeing what I've been in different neighborhoods. I've been in first arriving the neighborhood that I was in. It was a pretty bad neighborhood, but I was glad I experienced that because I get a chance to really see what life is really like living here in Kenya. So I've got a chance to see different neighborhoods, different areas. You know what I'm saying? And so, sometimes you have to put your problems to the side and focus on what's important. And the mission is important. The children are important. The babies are important. And so, and I'm thankful for that, that I've been able to be in contact. And the children, they're beautiful. Just like what you see what you see on the videos, that is them. They are us. You understand what I'm saying? There's no
yeah.
disconnect. That's and oh yeah. And so we'll talk about the children then. They're just like our babies in the US, same little kids running around having a good time, but not having to deal with the issues that we've had to deal with, not having the traumas, right, that we've had to grow up with. So it's
Mm,
like they're really free to be who they truly are. And just to see that, those innocent children, those innocent eyes, those innocent hearts, that purity, um, that's definitely a breath of fresh air for me. Okay, very much so. And so and I wanted to also say, also here, talking about bridging the gap
yeah.
between the US and Black America. I don't know what y'all, Black Americans, Nubians, African Americans, there's so many names. Yeah, melanated, highly melanated beings, spiritual beings having a human experience. Okay, let's with all of that, right?
Uh-huh.
'Cause sometimes it's so much, but I love the Nubian, but it's so much separation. People, I'm not this, I'm not that. When the police pull you over, I don't care where you are, you Black to them.
Mm,
They're not going to
mm.
ask you
Come on.
well, what who you claim, who you pray to. They're not gonna ask you where you're from. You black, and that's keeping it
Yeah.
black because you know what it is, right? Okay. Um, and so bridging the gap, which is another reason why I know I'm here. There is a misconception about Black Americans in the U.S. through I'll just say Kenyan's eyes. I've met a few Nigerians along the way too, have had this same misconception about us, but they don't know our history. They don't know the story. They feel like the women are kind of, maybe kind of wild, kind of loose. The men, they don't take advantage of their opportunities. They feel like we're in this land of opportunity, the land of milk and honey, and we don't take advantage of that. Like, something's like we kind of dumb, kind of slow in a sense. Um, and so I've had to have this discussion about this misconception of Black Americans and Africans. And they have no idea, Michael, they have no idea about crack. Okay. Because when the crack came into the neighborhoods, that's when the whole family structure was destroyed.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
That's so
someone
real.
else, even
That's so
before
real.
that,
I didn't think about it
welfare,
like that.
all that got introduced to our community. But I lived through the crack era. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you based on my experience, right? That's when the whole family fell apart. They don't know about the crack era. They don't even understand the concept of really growing up single parent homes, right? And they don't even have them. Don't even really even know about slavery.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? This all started from something, and they don't know. So I don't have a problem. And I'm not gonna say all. I'm only gonna speak for those who I've come in contact with, and you come in contact with a lot of people when you're riding around, going here and talking to the Uber drivers, and just being out because people do a lot of walking here. They do a lot of walking around. So you're always talking to people in conversation. So I've been here to dispel the myth, right, and bring clarity to um, what to be a Black American and what we've actually had to go through. So after we have these conversations, growing single parent home, growing up without your father, daddy issues,
Mm.
drug issues, right, molestation, it's so many things that we've gone through. Um, um,
Yes.
you know, being in the U.S., so I've had to dispel these myths about us. And I do it anytime anybody want to talk about. That's one of my purposes. Let's talk about let's look at the reality, the truth of why things are the way they are, why the behavior is the way it is, and why you feel this way. Because there's programming too. You only see what you see on TV or on the media. You don't if you don't really actually know a Black American, you really don't know the truth, right?
Mm.
There's a
That's so
program to keep us separated. They're better than you. You're better than them. Oh, I don't want to move to Africa. They flies and big bellies. I don't want to be related to anything that looks like poverty, right? As an American, a Black man, I don't want to be related to anything that looks like poverty. Nah, and them. And the Africans to us. I don't want to be related to anybody that's kind of dumb or doesn't you know uh believe in education and empowerment, and it's like that's so not true.
yeah.
So
That's so good.
yeah.
Man, snap that sister up from wherever you are, man. She just dropped the mic, but we might need that later, so I might have to catch that. I'm talking about. Listen, she took it to the next level. One thing I'm seeing is really just what you said. That's why I had to marry my Nubian. My Nubian here in America. You feel me? Because that's really just all it is. It's just a location for us. I'm
Yeah.
just a Nubian that was in Nigeria. That has now relocated to America. And, you're a
Hmm.
Nubia that has now went back to Kenya. And so
Yeah.
where's Nubia? Nubia is really also refers to Nubia. That's the main thing is that it has to refer to a land. The only issue with black is there's no black land. They would say technically translation, uh, Sudan means black face, or there are
Hmm.
different things that ultimately translate to black. But just directly, there's no place country calling themselves black land. And so that's the disconnect that we have as a people. So it's always us tying ourselves back to land because the Chinese, when they don't have an issue, they go back to China. When the Australians have an issue, they go back to Australia. And so we have to get back on that wave where we have a place we can go back to, because with that comes cultural and world power, to your point. And so definitely, first I want to give you a round of applause just in terms of just more things you wish you knew, because that's so much powerful right there. Because plan things happen for a reason. Everything doesn't need to work out the way that we design it to. The point of what you just discussed is there are people who need you and your purpose. Everything is always working in divine alignment. It's like a
Yeah.
river. It's like a river. Even if it'll still go. It's still a path. And so whether it's
Mhm.
through the rocks or whether it's over the hill, it's
Mhm.
still going to flow. It's still going to work out for you, especially as you will it to. And so definitely, that's what one thing I'm also seeing. Me and wife here now building with the lovepreneurship. I really heard that you're a perfect candidate for our team as we're taking it, because lovepreneurship is what you're already doing, because that's exactly what it feels like, what you're doing right now, to be on faith, because that's what we say. We work with people who put the
Mhm.
most high at the center of their business plan. And so what you're doing right now is being on faith, just seeing the bigger mission. And so, to your point about even the confidence, I definitely think that is somewhere we can definitely focus your lovepreneurship while you're out there. That this is a brand we want you to take further out there, to inspire the women with. And really, what I'm seeing is the angle I would think about, just kind of give a quick consultation, just from hearing you, knowing you and how you're speaking. Because from even just from talking to you at the Shrine of Black Madonna to near, I hear the wisdom. I hear the growth. I hear the travel. I hear you've already traveled just from that time. And so with that, I would definitely want you to focus on being a teacher, to the people. I'm thinking Nubian Beauty School, right, would be the name of the establishment, because you want to kind of
Mhm.
play upon what the people and the men and the women are ultimately interested in, because there's still a society where they're looking to be married. So ultimately it helps it when we structure them to more know that this is the goal, or my school is in alignment with your society, so that'll help it make sense, if that make or help it build the tribe around you, because that's the key now, is you focusing on building your tribe, as well as also finding the tribe that already exists. Sometimes we work to, like, we want to reinvent the wheel, but
Right.
there's people right there doing exactly what you're doing. You know,
Mhm.
and so we just got to take a step back and investigate. In terms of locations too, I like Kenya. Uh, I've been looking into Ghana. From Nigeria. For my Black Americans, I would suggest, even just me being Nigerian and Lagos being the main city you have to go into, I would really suggest uh, Ghana and Kenya before Nigeria. So you're
Mhm.
definitely in a better location as it relates to that. South Africa seems to be popping up in the radar, that area. Definitely a lot
Mhm.
of energy in that area. So it's just also with that means opportunity usually. Um, and then Ethiopia is a good location, generally speaking. They're
Mhm.
generally just stronger as it relates to ties. Egypt is a little bit more commercialized at this current juncture. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
far more current. Egypt, yeah, far more commercialized. Um,
Mhm.
but doesn't mean,
Mhm.
like, there's structures there. It's just more. Really, most of the structures are down where they're doing the fighting in Sudan, Congo. Funny
Oh,
enough, like, more of the pyramids are in the lower, and so or really upper, what they call the lower, and so it's it's all coming back, So just to say, it's all coming back together, and so I'm definitely hearing like a beauty school, a kind of like or teaching school, um, where you even and that even might even, because that's also one of the um, prime roles in African culture, is a teacher. That everyone loves a teacher there. So you teach people to be a teacher. You is another play. You see what I'm saying? They just, and then you come with whatever y'all want to learn. So then, because with all that, over time, you'll naturally just get regulated with the bodies of government that certify the people. So you'll naturally just become like a certification school over time. But yeah, and you see how it levels up. So the key is you just being transparent with what you do. Um,
right.
that's always the game of how you level your money up faster than most people, because most people in the country are trying to, like, they're trying to get a quick one, and so you gotta move different. It's always like money is patient, and so it's always moving from the impatient to the patient, and so you just have to be more patient in the way that you look at the money. Also realize that like even just knowing people and like so knowing us, right, in lovepreneurship, you selling a package in lovepreneurship and then taking it back to Kenya, your money flips, you know. So taking advantage of that too, utilizing cryptocurrency like Bitcoin to transfer your money is going to be critical in this juncture. So I don't know if you already do that. You already do that with Cash App?
No. Uh-uh.
Okay, no prayer. We're off the call. We're gonna school you more. Actually, we're gonna school you a little bit now, man. I'm talking about we'll school you a little bit now, and then off the call, we're gonna
Okay.
get you. We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right. But that's what cryptocurrency is all about. Just being able to be your store of value. Send your money as you need it. I literally just sent some bread to my Nigerian producer. So this is not even just something I'm talking about. I just like God knows He see me. So I just sent him some bread using Cash App. And so you have to be able to do that for other people. And so Cash App is basically like one example of it. But basically, your Bitcoin wallet, you can send it through different stores or through different Lightning Network is what they call it. And so it's a new way to store money. So actually, the President Donald Trump actually just did a crypto reserve. He just actually announced a crypto reserve here. So that has actually increased people's eyesight on that. And so that's definitely something to just invest in more now because it will just slowly over time increase. Usually after a dip when everybody's in fear mode, that's when you probably should buy that. Because
Mm-hmm.
and just more so see more ahead. Um, you invest you basically you always want to have cash flow. That's the key. You know, so you never make the investment your sole cash flow. It should be your additional vehicle, and so that's the cool thing about also using or getting into the cryptocurrencies because you can then it can be ways for you to also just put your money to work because that's the main thing too is starting to look at your money as employees, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
even out there, starting to think like something as simple as the ladies they always sell the fabrics. I already know, the fabrics are everywhere, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
so get with them, because now they'll feel like you got American fabrics. You know what I'm saying? Or you
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So you play upon your uniqueness. You know what I mean in that regard as it relates to the market. You don't shy away from your Americanness. In fact, you know what I mean.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yeah, you
Right.
bring it. You actually bring that there,
Right.
and educate them exactly as what they want, exactly as they should be. And so with that too, to your point, naturally the Kenyan women will gravitate to that because they're already media trained to want to look to the what Americans are doing subconsciously,
Right. Right.
or whether or not they realize it, and so it's important to just educate them and really more so be an opportunity to connect and realize like it's the same program we got over there. You know what I mean? And because so it's real. It really is real. Because I see that more so, and that's always something I'm always educating my wifey on, and she's always educating me on more specifically, and just realizing like it really is no difference in the way our family structures are, because a lot of times like who doesn't want to who doesn't want when you say like they don't want to learn or get better or build families, like what man doesn't want to stand there for his family? What man wouldn't want to take care of his culture or in any culture, right? So there
Right.
are clearly factors that would hinder that man from feeling confident to stay there or to be able to handle it. And so so it's always again at the end of the day though, when it comes to us saying we're divine beings and saying we're supreme beings, we do have to take more responsibility of our
Absolutely.
environment, more than anything. And that has to still be more what rules our mind than the issues and the excuses that play out. And so that's that balance. We just have to, because what I see is more that we try to be just supreme beings without awareness of the true roadblocks.
Right.
We're,
Without work, you
yeah,
have to do. You have to earn that you have to earn that. You step up to your royalty or step down to your peasantry. You have to put in the work
come on.
to have these titles. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't just, it's not automatic. This is what I'm learning. Like, you don't just because you're melanated don't mean you automatically get this title. No, you got to put in the work, that inner work, that healing. You have to do that. That's very important. That's very, and what I have noticed, and I've talked to other, so I'm in this group of repats, and they do like the relocation services. They real estate, like everybody's like doing a little something here, right? And they've created a community for us so that, because if you don't have that, you like moving here, you feel alone. I'm going back into it because I just thought about it. There's this aloneness that you feel, right? So they've created this community here so that you don't have to be alone. They do certain events. They do different things that, like they meet here maybe once every couple of weeks. They do these things so that we can come together and not feel so alone, right? And you know what, Mike, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot why I
No,
even why I
no,
even
no,
brought.
nah. It's. We feel that. I felt that too, sister. And the message I got that I had to share from that is that you're never alone. The truth is, sister, you're never
Yes.
alone. Even if no one is in the room, you did. Like, you have to
Yeah.
understand that, and you have to start to see that that's
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. So I was bringing that up because we were talking about sometimes people, they move here to the motherland, and if they have not done the work in the US, they come here, and as soon as they get here, everything just comes to the surface. Whoa, right?
Mm,
Because you didn't do that work.
mm,
So no matter where you are, if you're gonna get that work, you're gonna get it. If you have to do it, it's gonna be done. But here it's multiplied for some reason. When you hit here, you touch ground, it comes right up to and it just explodes, and you're trying
mm,
to figure out what to do. Luckily for me, I'm not gonna say luckily, blissfully, right? Blissfully for me, I worked on myself. I did some
mm.
work before I even arrived here, so it didn't hit me so hard. But I didn't realize that there were others around me who had not put in that work. And putting in the work is not just okay,
That's
reading
good.
books, getting more knowledge. That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's you building, you building your esteem, things of that nature. But doing that inner work, you're not gonna get that in a book.
Yeah, come on. Wisdom is experience. You got
Yes,
you got to apply that.
it's so important. So I wanted to say that, try to, and if you don't know where to start, I always say ask the Most High, Big Mama, whoever your source is, right? Your ancestors and spirit guides. What do I need to do to be a better man? What do I need to do to be a better woman? Just as simple as that. Just ask that question, because that's what it's about. It's about us being better. It's not about being the best. This is my opinion. It's about being better, because this is a lifetime marathon. It's not a quick race. You're gonna be on this journey for the rest of your life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's about being better. What can I do to be better?
Right.
How can I make things better? Just simple as that, right? Just put it out there. Ask, test the universe. Test ask. Tell them to show you, what do you need to do.
Mm. You talking that bars, man. You keep dropping these mics. I keep catching them, man. Because we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. Now that's a vibration, man. I'm also hearing priestess Sharifa. I'm hearing you gotta, that's also another way to connect with the people too, is through the pastoral. Ultimately Christianity is still something that belongs to us, and so there probably is a strong Muslim or Islamic influence there too. So the Nubian Islamic Hebrew teachings definitely are connected, and so I would definitely just implore you to still just walk with them in that regard, because that's definitely something you're already prepared for, and just start to give them that walking teaching. You did.
Okay, yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Preach this,
But
no, because yeah, you
yeah.
spitting, it's rolling, it's in you. And that's what you're feeling if you're talking about it comes to the head, and you know what I mean. That's energy and motion. That's
Mhm,
electricity, more specifically. You know what I
mhm,
mean. So you're charged. You're a charged being. You know what I mean. And so that's a good thing, and that's where you want to be. You want to stay charged, because that's what you asked for. that's really the truth. You know what I mean? That's how spiritual it is. It
Yeah.
just comes with responsibility. It
Yes.
comes with now overstanding your supreme nature and role in all of it, and just realizing how many, and really what it is forgiving yourself for all the people that you feel tricked you out your position, or tricked you out your worth, or tricked you out your value. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's really the energy you're feeling. And so what I'm seeing is just the importance of just grace, man. Like never letting anyone or any situation rob you of your joy is so
Yes.
critical. You know, it's
Mm.
it's because why should it? Why how can it? They
Right.
didn't give you life. That situation didn't give you life. That situation wasn't the reason why you were birthed.
Right.
It's all part of your story. That one aspect isn't the sole part of your story. So we have to be able to just free ourselves and be able to be ourselves. In this day and
Mhm.
time, in order to truly be able to take things to the next level. So yeah, don't even, you know what I mean. It's more you just realizing, like, it's like when we say alone too, like that's really the key thing, is because that's really what I'm also hearing is the importance of just mastering more of the meditations, more the I don't know if you've been playing a lot of the Egyptian visualizations, or even just kind of like Imam meditation, for example. But like I would suggest playing that, like, just to, you know what I mean. You got to zen out, because sometimes that's also how they try to reach you. It's just they'll literally like remove things in your life. They'll just things will just
Mm.
keep removing so that it's quiet. You feel me?
Yes.
until it gets to that point where it's like, so we can reach you,
Mm.
because
Yep.
you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
because I mean, read the realm. If we really reading the realm, right, to talk to
Mm.
you, just so we know, whether we were supposed to reach at the Shrine of the Black Madonna, with you and working with wifey and lovepreneurship, or now later, and you now being in Kenya and we still being in Houston. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's still the river. That's how
Mm-hmm.
that's how it goes. No one can alter it. You feel me? It's
Yeah.
just more. It's just more for us to start to, same way that you remember me being in your network. There's so many people you've met along this journey before you got to Kenya that you probably should reach back out to, in the sense of just letting them know about what you do. You know, because that's really the key, is just you practicing offering what you do. You know, is the key. We have to be more in this period, unapologetic about the sale. You know, in Africa and Nubia, the women run the market. The women are
Mm.
going to go to the market. So women are the saleswomen. In our country, you feel me? So, and that's where you are now. So this is your role. This is your time. This is the moment for them to, to lead a group of saleswomen. It's how to read that. So yeah,
Mm.
real the homie warrior type time. You dig? So that's all it is. You just need the pharaohs to, talking about, give you the salutes, to give you the, yeah, create that safe space for you to create, for real, because
Yep.
that's all our job is to protect and serve. And so we apologize for when we as divine masculines forget that and haven't properly supported you or our sisters in general. And I always even
Mm.
tell this to my wifey, just because she makes me a better man, and just even understanding, overstanding how we can always do this better, and also bridging that gap culturally,
Mm-hmm.
because she made me realize, like, man, they've been lying for real. Like, it's like, I really feel like, Wakanda Tag, like, what Killmonger's father, you know what I mean? Because it's like, why can we not give them the vibranium? It's like,
Right.
it's really
Right.
like that. It's really, really like that. And we have to start to, like, realize it's our job to give them the vibranium. We don't gotta,
Mhm.
we ain't gotta wait to, somebody else to give us permission to elevate somebody else. The Most High don't work like that. He don't need your permission to make other people better. You know what I mean? And so we have to start to overstand, and especially if we're saying we're walking in this likeness and this image, we really have to start moving like that and start overstanding. Like, that's what it is. You don't need you
Mhm.
don't need you don't need X Man's position or title and thing to move here. Like, nah. The key is knowing who's gonna come for you or it's gonna come through. There was
Mhm.
it's never gonna be a game. It's never gonna the righteous always gonna show up. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna be no. It ain't gonna be no weird energy, or nah, like, because that's how the enemy play confusion. You know,
Yeah.
double mindedness. Like,
Mm.
because the enemy knows it's only one choice. but the fact that they think they got a choice is the game of it all. You feel me?
Mm,
So it's just when you get to that level of elevation or enlightenment, when you realize there's only one choice, and it's the fact that they think they got a choice is the issue.
right,
So it's just you got to get back. They got to get back to source, and so you just let people play in their own misery, which but overstand misery, love their company. You feel me? So
right,
they were trying to bring you along with that, and so you
right,
got to yeah, you gotta be wise enough to understand. Like, nah, 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 nah. Like, we're getting somewhere. I appreciate your part in the story. You know what I mean? But this is righteousness. This is like we're working for our seat. Our seat back to the Most High for real, more specifically. You know what I mean? And so
hmm
if they don't see that or understand that, then that's their fault. You know what I mean? So yeah,
right.
I see it in your Empress Sharifa. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Empress, priestess, teacher. Whatever you decide, you do. But whatever you decide, the key is going to be, and what we talk about in the Lovepreneurship. This is actually a good time for us to read the little steps we always talk about in Lovepreneurship, man. And really, right now, we're on step 9. I see that I think is key. What you just said is celebrating, scaling, and sustaining your success. You got to be able to do that, right? Because if you can scale and sustain your success, because it's about keeping momentum, and so that's what this moment is definitely calling for. Just you keep your momentum, sister. Just thinking about the glories, thinking about the stories, the things, because everything, even what we think is failures, are really data points. You know,
hmm
these aren't failures. These are opportunities to learn, to grow, to see. Okay, you know it's a drawing board. It's an opportunity, you know, to build yourself better. And so
Right.
on that note, I want to leave on you, leaving the people with just that beautiful aspect, that lovepreneurship truth, just that thing you that is on your heart register, that especially for those looking to travel more, or at least be able to do entrepreneurial journeys, their lovepreneurship journeys, where they can travel. What are the things that you think they need to know or do or apply? Because I love the theme that you've been saying is do the work. What's the work that you believe they should do in order to take themselves to the next level, system?
Yeah. So the work, right, the inner work, the it's really that um healing that inner child. You hear that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's about healing that inner child and really mothering. Being the mother that your mother wasn't to you, or the father. Being the father that you didn't have. You have to mother and father yourself. You have to figure out. Um, how do you feed yourself? What do you need to do? Sometimes you have to hug yourself. I'm like, hug yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't rely, wait for somebody else, right, to give you a hug. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're not there, what you gonna do? Be hugless? No, hug yourself, love on yourself, love that baby that's inside of you. And you said something very important. Forgiving yourself, forgiving yourself for a lot of things that have happened in your life, maybe things, and you and I'm gonna say this, on that healing journey, we've all done things that we're not proud of. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it does come from things that has happened to us, but you cannot use that as an excuse. You get to a certain point in your life, you can't keep pointing fingers at everybody else. True, somebody did do something to you, which caused a domino effect and caused you to make certain decisions and act certain ways on your path. But then there comes to a place where you have to stop and you have to sit down and really think about your life and really be accountable. Accountability is so important on this path. You have to be accountable for the things that you've done. If you've hurt somebody, regardless, if whoever hurt you, they're going to be dealt with, right? That's not even none of your business anymore, because you're not going to get the apology that you think you deserve. What if the person is dead? I'm just saying, you're not even worried about them. You need to focus on you. What have I done? How do I make things better? I'm always talking about this better. You have to focus on you. Bring it to you. Forgive yourself. Like you said, that's so important. That is so important. And just do that work. I think you should do that before you really think about relocating, because you're gonna have some problems, especially you're already dealing with that the inner work that you haven't done, because you take you everywhere you go. Okay, an unhealed you is going on wherever you go. That person is going with you, right? So go ahead and work on that where you are. You know what I'm saying? So that you can, because not only do you have to leave some things behind. How you think, you have to, that part of you, that healing part of you, you got to leave behind, and just even how you think as a Black American or Nubian American, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Even how you think, right? um you got to leave that behind, because you come into a whole different country. Things are not going to be how they are there, right? Things are not going to run how they were. It's different, and things that you, certain ways you think how things should be or how you used to, you got to let that go. You know what I'm saying? And that mentality of us really having to be, we've really been have to kind of be on the defense, having to dealing with so much of the drama, the trauma. um we've really had to grow up in a certain space and be a certain kind of way, and always kind of be on, in fear of our children getting home, and are they going to make it home? Are the police going to pull them over? So we have these fears. We have all of this stuff. You know what I mean? And have to be, well, they ain't going, and it's not like that here. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more, it's so more, it's laid back. You don't have to be on the defense here. So a lot of that stuff that we grew up with, a lot of the American things that we've learned, and having things a certain kind of way, you're gonna have to leave that there, because if you bring all that here, your unhealed behind, and all your American ways, it's gonna be rough. And that individualism, America's about individualism. You pull up your own bootstraps, right? Get it how you get it. You have to have a community. You have to have people around you. You're not going to win. You're not going to make it just being alone. That's the misconception they're feeding. That's not true. But they're telling you that, right? But they're not practicing that. The people that are telling you, self-made millionaire. There's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. How, Sway? Right? How? I, somebody, right, babysit your baby for you. Somebody gave you a money to catch a bus. Somebody gave you a word of encouragement. Somebody gave you a book to read. Somebody, some many people contributed to you being this millionaire. So self-made nothing. But I'm not going to take away the work that you put in, right? I'm not going to take that away from you, because you put in your work. You have to get these certain levels, but you had help on your journey. So it's no self nothing. It's us. It's a we thing. We. What can I contribute to the we? What can I contribute to the us? It's about cooperation. It's about community. And that's what's been taken away from us. Get that community mindset together. It's not about you. What can I contribute to the community? What can I do to help you? Right? Get out of your own, and that's that individualism, that me. You gotta let that go. You gotta let that go, because you're not gonna make it. And this is definitely the time for community. You have to have community. You have to be a part of something. Like you said, maybe groups have already been established. Maybe something that you start, whatever. That's so important to make it out here.
Amen, sister, man. She been dropping gems, taking it to the next level. I'm telling you, listen, man. I'm hearing Empress. I'm hearing the priestess. I'm hearing the teacher. You did amazing. This is a glorious opportunity. We just appreciate you being so transparent and being real about the journey, and also just being really just you, and just realizing that you have the opportunity to mold so many minds out there positively and righteously and divinely, and the fact that you recognize that is a glorious thing. And so we just want to continue to support that journey. You're part of that Lovepreneurship team. Make sure y'all follow the system, man. I'm telling you, you're taking it to the next level. Talk to the people. Where can they find you, just to give it out to the people, or where?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram. The Empress underscore Sharifa on Instagram. And I'm on YouTube as well. I have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel is Ms. BJ Martin. It's MS BJ Martin. In my YouTube channel, I have videos where I'm talking about these different things. Really, just really focused on self love. I am a mental health advocate. And so that's like my first love, that your mental health, how that is so important, because I'm gonna wrap it up. I used to deal with depression and having panic attacks. You understand? So when I talk, I'm not talking about what I heard or what I read. I'm talking about things that I've experienced, things that I know, right? When you know, you know. So so YouTube, Miss BJ Martin, MS BJ Martin, Instagram, the Empress underscore Sharifa. And I also do consultations, right? This life coaching.
That's
I
it.
do.
Tell
So
them.
yeah, and my email is level up with care at gmail.com. Level up with care at gmail.com. And I'm gonna give out my phone number. The phone number is 702 848 5015. If you just, maybe if you're just coming out of a relationship, you might have some, you know, or you might feel like you've been unappreciated, or, it's probably a lot going on right now and you need to be centered. Okay. Cause I'm a holistic life coach. It's not just one approach. It's a holistic approach,
Mm.
for each individual that I talk to. So yeah, you might just be twisting, turn topsy turvy right now. Give me a call, send me an email. We'll set some things up and get you right.
Yeah, man. Give a shout out to the sister, man. That's she's part of the team, and this is
Thank you.
exactly what we're here for. You know what I mean? She's doing exactly what we just asked her to do, be that saleswoman, and so that's key because she has something to offer. And so really, what I heard that can be the next. We can make this more of a regular. I believe we did this on Monday. We could probably try to do something. I don't know, Friday, if you're looking on Friday.
Yeah, I'm usually free on Friday.
Okay, cool. Let's look to get some Friday going, and
Okay.
we can make that one about mental health and lovepreneurship. So really, I want you to prepare for that one. I want you to come with some slides, some stats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, nah, no cap, no cap. Because also, if you want to make it a PowerPoint, probably just should make it into a PowerPoint because that'll be also your free sample, your free webinars, or that you'll start to do to offer to the community, to bring them out to get them into your virtual consultations. You know what I mean? Because that's something that we can start more so working. So if we can get people going to you for the virtuals, then we'll just talk about the splits. Talking about we always keep it all official. So we'll do everything on paper though. You know what I mean? So we're in agreement of the percentages that work best for you.
Okay. All right. And thank you for that, because see, this is what I need. I need that. I need that, you know, tell me what you see. Tell me what I'm so open, right? So open. I'm very receptive, to hear people's ideas and what they see. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Appreciate the opportunity to come on your platform and to be able to speak, because I haven't been on anybody's platform, since I've been here.
Uh,
So this is the time I've really spoken about, my truth about a lot and what's been
uh,
going on. So
I know it
I
feel
appreciate.
good, girl. I know it feel
Yeah.
good. You
Oh
can
my gosh.
you
Come
can
on.
hug it out. You can hug it out. You can hug it out. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Don't let them silence you. You know what I mean? Silence is violence for real. That's real
Yes.
talk. Remember that
Mm,
silence is violence. And so it's just you were born to speak. In fact, if a child can't speak, we say something wrong with them. We call them a mute. You feel me? And so
mm,
somehow we get older and think it's now okay to shut down. I don't
yeah.
no, don't shut down. And to your point, that's one thing our platform is always talking about is mastering emotional intelligence. Because that's it, you know what I mean? Just being able to keep
Mm,
your cool while under fire. Because
yeah.
it's easy to keep your cool when it's cool. But being cool when everyone else is tripping, more specifically, is what
Mm-hmm.
to practice. Those are the moments. That's the moment where you gain your wings. That's the moment
Yeah.
where you gain your elevation. So yeah, just keep being cool on them. You feel me? Because yeah, it's just up from here. You feel me? So yeah, don't let because that's what I already know. Like because it should be more stories. You know what I mean? It should be more logs. It should be more. And so don't let no situation stop the stories. Stop the truth telling. Stop the your in particular your version of events. Because that's one thing I do see. We as divine masculines, we with his story, right? We've only been focused on his story, and it's our duty as divine masculines to get to how you say, clean out the swamp. You feel me? We got to drain the swamp. You know what I'm talking about, of the negativity, of the bad blood, of the people who aren't really about our people. And if they're not, and the test is how they feel about our women. You know, how they
That's
respect. You know, that's the test. How they treat her. You know, are they
yeah,
married to her, or
yeah,
do they just sleep with her and then go out and marry someone else? You know, marry a
right.
different culture.
My queen, but then in your home behind closed door, you're not treating her like a queen.
You know,
You will be tested on that.
amen, 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 amen.
And one of the biggest sins is the abuse of power.
Come on.
Okay? You will be tested. We are being tested right now.
That's a
We're
fact.
being tested right now.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
because we're stepping into this new timeline, I believe. Okay, we're stepping into this new timeline, and things are going to be changing. And there is a new rulership approaching. There absolutely is, but you know it happens in the spirit first, right? There's a new rulership coming in, and you're going to be tested. Can we trust you with this power? Can we trust you when this authority? Can
Mm.
we trust? So you will be tested.
Come on, I felt that. I felt that. That was
Hey, I'm
a, you know, that's a download. That's what you call that.
power.
That was a download, and the Most High reminded me, you know, and that's, you know, as I say that too, you know, we're gonna make sure we also honor our wifey that even gives us the opportunity to even speak that truth and be
Mhm.
here, you know, because that's everything what you just said, like, because we just have to really realize, like, it's responsibility that comes with power. It's not just power. You don't just get unlimited power. You got to
Right.
first make sure you
I'm
can. Yeah, you got to first make sure you can handle it.
no,
You know,
no.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once you make sure you can handle it, then it's like then more gets given, and that's also the Most High's goal. He doesn't want to wreck us, you know, so he wants us to be able to take steps so we get there. So there's so many
Yeah.
powerful, man. I hope y'all like, share, and subscribe. Take this to the more. I know y'all gonna like, share, and subscribe. Why? Because it was so many gems, so many jewels, so many wisdom dropped here. You know, our sister really talked about that, the move to Nubia. She was very transparent about that journey. She talked about making sure that you know yourself, that you do that inner work, that you heal that inner child, that you don't be afraid of stepping out on faith, that you know that you are supreme, and that with that comes application, not just knowledge, not just reading, but more so being able to actually focus and actually do the work, connecting with the people, connecting with the children, and really more specifically, our test for how we are as a men, divine masculines, is how we treat our women, how we treat the woman, how we more so in the standard, more so marriage being the standard of how we, of what we bring her. You know, our goal should always be to bring her marriage, bring her things that she can marry, whether it be our business, whether it be our life, whether it be our children, whether it be everything. Our goal is always to bring her marriage, not divorce, not destruction, not chaos, you know. And so we have to just get back to that square where we're bringing her marriage, bring her things that she can multiply. So I appreciate the sister
Mhm.
for just keeping that good juju, that good vibration, that good, you know, that good thing, you know, that good magic. Yeah, yeah, that good thing going, you know. So yeah, keep it going. Let us know, and I'm gonna hit you up for more, and then we're gonna keep it
Yeah.
rolling. Got anything before we close out?
Yeah, just that's. I mean, I think I have said so much today. I do want to see this. Say this. And this is one of my slogans that I love to say before I go. First, I want to say always be full of gratitude, no matter what the situation, no matter what is going on. Whenever you wake up, be thankful. You know, be thankful because you get a second chance to do whatever it is you need to do.
Amen.
Be full of gratitude. I'm always full of gratitude, no matter what. Always. And
Amen.
secondly, one of my slogans I like to say is remember, just like the sun, you are necessary.
Yeah,
I love
come on, man. She dropped the mic. That's the third time. Come on, man. On that note, we're gonna close out. We appreciate you. This is the Lovepreneurship Podcast. Go hit that replay. We appreciate y'all.